I am simply a certified hustler from Katakwi. And I'm happy I'm here because of none other than my brother lying before me. If I'm to speak about Cedric, Ma'am Olive, and Honorable Francis Babu, sincerely, allow me to thank you too for giving us an asset in Cedric, who did not separate between those who are from those great schools and some of us who are certified hustlers who are before him. And that was Cedric. So can we clap to the Almighty God for giving us such an important person who has gathered us here. Friends, I have a message from the First Lady. But how do I describe my beloved brother? Well, I want to say the following. First of all, I came to know Cedric through my brother. I want to recall Honorable Chibule. And of course, Dennis, Honorable Galawuzi. We used to sit in, I remember very well, 19 here in Kololo. And that 19 is where most of us came up with quite many ambitions. And I want to confirm, Honorable Dennis Galawuzi coming to Parliament was as a result of our meetings in Nanjing. Let's clap for our brother. Secondly, it was not by accident that we had to motivate Cedric to go and contest. It's us who said, Cedric, you can do it. And let's accept, Kampala Central missed a very able, competent leader in Cedric Babu. They missed. And I want to say this. We used to sit out as friends. And most times, there's only one person whom we could leave out there, and that's our brother, Dennis. I am extremely pained when I see the outbursts on social media about Cedric. Some of you don't know Cedric. When I see Honorable Babu, and when I see my sister, my mother, Olive, the character of Cedric versus the combative character of our senior elder Babu is the opposite. You forgive me, but let me be honest, because I'm speaking before my brother. So I never at one point ever saw my brother getting annoyed with anyone. Never. Maybe some of you friends who studied with him can be able to tell us. Cedric, even if he's giving an opinion which is not acceptable by the rest of us, he could always say, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. But now, some of you who have taken onto social media, ridiculing our brother, who in my considered opinion, never ever had an issue with any one of you, and if it is there, on behalf of his friends as a certified hustler who is here, I want to apologize to you Ugandans for whatever Cedric did to you. Friends, some of you don't know where I come from. Every time I had a function, where I come from, Cedric came. He left his house, moved up to Katakwi. He came. Every time any of us had a function, who among his friends, he could go there. That's Cedric. Now here we are. God, why Cedric at this particular time? Actually, I have kept on asking my question, why now? I can't. Cedric was my personal advisor on matters of sports. I personally am not a sportsman. I am here by the grace of God. But on matters of sports, Dennis knows. If there's anyone who could sit and discuss what needs to be done, is the man before us here. The reforms, the changes we are making in the sports subsector is because of this man here. That's why I thank Honorable Francis and my mom, Olive. You gave it all to help our brother, educate him. He went to the best academies in the world in terms of sports management, and I am a beneficiary. Now I'm asking myself, who else will be able to give me an independent opinion? Because there's someone giving you an opinion, wanting you to fail. But a friend giving you an opinion, wanting you to always excel. And that's Cedric. For instance, let's talk about what was there in council. Friends, before I came in, we all know that an athlete here, they can talk about themselves, they are there. They know what they used to get. If there's a person who told me, if there's anything you can change, is how do you revise the rates on what we pay to our national athletes when they go and compete for this country? That is Cedric. At one point, he told me they were being paid $30 per day. But we, big people, we are the ones who go on first class. We are the ones who go and watch children who are being paid $30, flying the flag Uganda high. Cedric told me how I wish you could put your feet to revise this. And today, I can proudly say, a Ugandan representing Uganda in any competition is paid at least $400 per day when he's competing for this country. That's a gallant son here. I do what my sons, particularly the one who has been called what, Killian. You don't know me, but how I wish I was in Paris for Olympic Games. I'm happy Marcus is here. I met one of the most richest person on earth who is having a very strong company here, who played tennis. I talked about you because your father was a close friend. I talked about him and I want to confirm that that person had agreed to take this boy to the Barcelona Tennis Academy to play tennis. But because Cedric told me, my brother, I want him to be in the United States of America. He told me. I linked up him with that rich person. They discussed. Actually, Cedric insisted and said, I want him to go to the US Tennis Academy. What did it show you? Cedric knew what he wanted his son to achieve and where he wanted him to reach at the highest level of tennis. On behalf of the government of the Republic of Uganda and on my own behalf, as long as the certified hustler is still here, I want to confirm to you, Mom Olive and our dear mom, our wife, we will never let this kid down in terms of helping him to professionalize his career in tennis. Never. Friends, this is the time we must prove ourselves of being friends. We all know we make good speeches here. We are all together when bodies are before us. When our friend departs, we disappear. I want to challenge my very big friend Kasuja. This is the time we must show the world, we must show the country that the generation you are in is different from other generations. We must support these children to achieve their dreams. Forget about mom, forget it is us. Because today it's Cedric, tomorrow is you. How will a country look at you tomorrow seeing Cedric's children not succeeding? It's my message here. Our children, the baton is on you. Fortunately, your dad was loved. Some of you didn't know us. We are here. You now must accept dad is gone. It's you. Mom is here. Grandmom is here. Grandpa is here. If you've been playing around, the mantle is now on you. Because sometimes hard facts must be told to our children. If I told you my history, do you know what killed my father? I studied in an IDP school. I got 5 aggregates in primary 7. I was admitted in Teso College Aloet. My mom, who was just one of those who used to be in a rock in Soroti there, in a quarry, told me, I have stopped there. You take those results to your father. What was the job of my father? He was a blacksmith. Do you know me going to take my slips to my father? Do you know what he did? He welcomed me home in a village home. In the evening, happy, he went and bought poison, left a cheat. I have decided to take my life because I cannot educate my child. Here I am. Praise be to God. Here I am. I hustled in life. So my brothers, my children, time is now. I know how much Cedric loved you. Because every time we sat at Friends, Cedric always, actually, I ask myself, I have failed to create time for my children the way Cedric created time for his sons. I can guarantee if you're a close friend to Cedric, clap for yourself, and it's a lesson to all of us. Friends, Cedric created time for these children. Now, there are a few issues which have come up here. I have a message from the Minister of Education and Sports, which I'm going to read verbatim. Allow me answer a few issues before I read that message. Number one, the issue of kids' education, I am going to take it up with the Minister of Education and Sports and HE the President. We have to ensure these kids continue in school and they study in memory of Cedric. I pledge as a friend of Cedric. The issue of improving facilities, I'm happy I'm speaking when all of you are here. Fortunately, my advisor is here. He's put it on black and white. Unfortunately, let me disclose this. If my boss sacks me today, I'll go home happy. Some of you went and reported me to the president that why am I ensuring that more infrastructure besides one competition are put in different sports facilities which are being built across the country. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that Ogwang Peter, son of a peasant, one of you went and reported him to the president, that why is Ogwang making sure that other facilities are included in the different sports facilities which are being constructed across the country? The answer is here now. Let's clap for Cedric, because Cedric insisted that can we at all times ensure that we have enough sports facilities for proper talent identification and development. That's the love of Cedric. But can you imagine people go meet head of state and on the topic? I am not a minister of one discipline. I'm a minister of quite many disciplines. And by that was my answer to the president. Sir, you appointed me to be the Minister of Sports, not one discipline. Number two, the question of how do we remember Cedric? Friends, we are going to remember Cedric in many ways. Number one, this place where we are, the government of the Republic of Uganda, under the leadership of General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and Mama, the First Lady, have agreed to build what I call the Kampala Arena here. And I want to confirm the contractor was identified, and that is MS Suma. If you all know Suma, it's a company which is building the Hoima City Stadium. If you all know the famous Kigali Arena, it's the same company which built it. If you all know Hamahoro Stadium, it's the same company. We are in the final negotiations to ensure we demolish this facility. I want to ask the sport administrators here and probably the National Council of Sports, I'm going to put it in writing, that we name one of the facilities here the Cedric Babu Ndelima for purposes of us remembering the legacy of Cedric Babu. Because we can't talk about sports in Uganda if we don't talk about Cedric. We can't, let's be sincere. That will be one of the core issues we will remember Cedric in this country and the sports world. I pledge that as a minister, and I'm going to put it in writing. Thank you so much. Number two, I direct National Council of Sports to work with Uganda Lawns Tennis to come up with a competition in memory of Cedric Babu, which competition should be played every year. That's how our great sportsmen and women will be remembered. Another issue which has come up here, of course, support to the children to continue with their professional career for purposes of playing tennis. I pledge, and I will work closely with one of the family members who is going to be identified. In case the boy gets difficulties, they should get direct to me. And I want to ask Chairman Tashobia, you are here before our brother. It is now my chance and you Nobody should be able to blame us that this boy has no air ticket to go and play tennis where he's meant to go. Can you imagine? Me and Honorable Dennis Galabzi, who are in a place, actually, Costa, first stand up. Can we clap for that gentleman? Friends, Costa, thank you. You know, Cedric was telling us about Kellen going to Chigali to play tennis. We were seated together. Now, imagine what happened after that. It's pain, but our son will never let you down. We will never prepare to compose yourself to get to real business now, so that you don't let your father down. That's my advice to you. By the way, friends, for some of you don't know, the president appointed Cedric to a foreign office. Some of you don't know that. May I know it because I saw the appointment letter. We discussed about the deployment of Cedric. It's now turned my mom, Olive. I am only going to make one pledge. I have one senior minister of mine who is very close to the president. So for me to get her is very easy. I want to pledge you and the family to come and meet her so that some of the issues you can go and discuss with us, our Minister of Sports, so that they forward them to the president. That I pledge as the Minister of Sports. And I'm going to write today, actually Monday or Tuesday, I'll put in writing, give you a copy, so that we follow up a few things which I know are pending. Allow me read the message of the First Lady, who is the Minister of Education and Sports. I was told that the PLU family was meant to be here. I am one of them. As a coordinator of PLU, in a special way, I want to send greetings from our General, the Chief of Defense Forces, General Mosca Nerugaba, who is our chairman of PLU, and the entire PLU family. I was the regional, sub-regional coordinator of TESO. Cedric was the direct coordinator of Kampala and a member of SEC. I send greetings from the PLU family, and we are here to formally give our communication as PLU family. The family, this is the message from the Minister of Education and Sports to the bereaved family of the late Cedric Babu, honoring the legacy of the late Cedric Babu. The Ministry of Education and Sports and the whole sports subsector received with deep sorrows the tragic news of the death of Cedric Babu, Uganda's tennis legend and a sports administrator. To the sportsmen and women in Uganda, Cedric was more than an athlete who brought so much visibility to the sport of tennis. To many, he was that personality that assisted in the development of other sports disciplines in the country. We all recall the Friday Night Lights through kinetic management, his brainchild that brought back fans to the basketball courts. The glitz and the glamour of this campaign will forever be anchored in our memories. Cedric really had a knock for making his presence known in every project or campaign he put his mind to, whether in sports, entertainment, or politics. Beyond life as an athlete, businessman, and a politician, Cedric was a sportsman, manager, administrator. His tenure as the president of the Uganda Lawn Tennis Association brought in reforms that addressed governance gaps in sports. He made positive contributions as the Minister of Education and Sports undertook stakeholders' consultation on the current sports law, and it really was a dream to pursue excellency in the management of sports in the country and professionalizing our athletes to earn the highest rewards like their counterparts at the international level. I have no doubt in my mind that in Cedric, God gifted us with someone to show us how we can achieve more with gentility, comradeship. He had the soft skills that won people over. His smile and laughter were infectious. His spontaneous nature made every moment with him memorable and ease. This is what drew many from all walks of life to him. His zest for life has left many of us with the most beautiful memories, and I thank God that although we are hurting, we are also celebrating a life of a purpose and service to our country. We shall always remember him and the profound impact he has done in the sports in Uganda. Let us be comforted by the knowledge that Cedric knew and served his God and has now gone to be with him. The Bible assures us in Revelations 14:13, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. Yes, says the Spirit, they will rest from their labor, for their deeds will follow them. Rest in peace, Cedric Babu. You will always be remembered and loved. Sincerely, Janet Kataha Museveni, the First Lady and the Minister of Education and Sports. I say all this for God and my country. May the soul of our beloved brother rest in eternal peace. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Download the Salt Media app from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.